Hi everyone, Erin here, and today's topic is how to use LinkedIn for college students. And as you can see, I have a special guest here to help me out with this conversation. So without further ado, May Pham, welcome.
Hi everyone, nice to meet you, and I'm happy to be here.
All right, so let's get into it. May, you are a college student, you're about to graduate, and so what makes you the right person to come onto this platform and have a conversation about tips and tricks in using LinkedIn for college students?
Definitely. I created LinkedIn in my first year of college because my professor just said to create it. I created it, didn't think twice about it moving forward from that day. But now that I'm about to graduate college, I realized that I have LinkedIn as a tool and I don't know how to use it effectively. So there was an employee from LinkedIn, his name is Ryan Zarekos, and he came into the business school to give a presentation to college students on how LinkedIn can be valuable. I figured if there's an employee from LinkedIn who is coming to share how to use it effectively and efficiently, I should probably listen and learn from it too. So I'm excited to share what I've learned to other college students to hopefully help in a career.
May, before we turn the camera on, you shared some really cool stats with me. 95% of Fortune 500 companies use LinkedIn. And further, LinkedIn is the go-to platform for recruiters to recruit on nowadays. So that's whether that's looking for posting jobs or going out and looking at different profiles and posts on LinkedIn to try to find matches for the company, potentially for the company. And I also understand that LinkedIn's primary focus and where they generate most of their revenue is actually in the job space. While they do make money on membership, the premium memberships and the ad revenue, that's not their focus and that's not the bulk of their revenue. So I find that really interesting in terms of where LinkedIn is going and like how we want to look at LinkedIn as a user and an experience and kind of the value that we would bring to the platform from that lens. So I think that's great context for today. So when I think about LinkedIn, there's kind of two areas that I think that I should probably think about if I'm a college student or even me now that I want to focus on, and that would be, what do I post and what should my profile look like? So let's start with posts, May. What are your 3 tips about posts?
Posts are valuable to recruiters when they show the process, have pictures, and go in depth with the storytelling. I'm going to go a little bit deeper. It's important to highlight your achievements, a new job role you got, or any cool certifications that you earned. However, recruiters also want to see the challenges that you're facing in your project or the obstacles that you're facing in your current job role. And that really allows recruiters to understand more about your position, what you're learning, and how you contribute into your job besides placing it on your posts that you got the job. And in posts, while reading words are great, a picture is worth 1,000 words. And including a picture to have people, groups of people, or something that captures the moment will set your post apart to grab attention of recruiters that want to spend the time to read your post. And go beyond writing 5 sentences. Writing and being in depth with what you're trying to share, what value you want to add, what story you want to tell, will allow recruiters to fully understand who you are authentically and what you want to show to others.
May, that was great. So here's what I heard. You want to show the process along the way, your journey along the way, not just the milestone or the thing that you hit, but as you're going along, share the moments and the stories along the way that show your growth and process. Add pictures, preferably with other humans in them, not stock photos, that sort of thing. And then finally, don't write a line or two and then pop a picture in. Take a little bit more thought and go in depth with maybe some storytelling or that sort of thing to really kind of capture the moment and where you're going in your journey. Yeah?
Yes.
Those are excellent tips. I'm super curious though. What should my profile look like?
Your profile is the first thing that recruiters will see. So there's 3 things you want on your profile. Avoid having it look like a resume. Be descriptive in your description. And also add that coffee barista job. Let's highlight what each of these mean. Your resume already has bullet points that are tailored to the job application that you're applying for. And on your resume, if you're already adding your LinkedIn profile, you should try to differentiate between the two so that your LinkedIn profile captures the in-depth details that your resume doesn't have room for. And in your description, you want to include what you did briefly, what you learned, and why you're grateful for that job position. What you did should be very brief, but what you learned on your job will allow recruiters to see insights into your job role and your position in your employment. But also end your description with why you're grateful you had the job. Show some appreciation to your previous employers and show why you're grateful that that job helped you get to where you are today. And finally, add that random coffee barista job. Now, you may not have worked as a coffee barista, but what I'm trying to highlight is that if those random jobs doesn't necessarily lead you to a career, for example, in business, in health, or in communications, those jobs highlight the transferable skills that you learned along the way that can be utilized in a future role that you're looking for. And those experiences will only help you and make you more well-rounded as well.
May, that's amazing. Everybody should be a coffee barista. No, just kidding. So add the random job because all those skills are transferable. And I've got to think, because every time I go to the Starbucks on the corner by my house, I'm like, you know what? They're constantly busy. They have a lot of orders coming in, and they always maintain such a great attitude and energy and generosity of spirit. Almost, I feel like very happy when I go in and I grab my coffee. And maybe it's just because I'm grabbing a coffee. This could be. But I feel like all of those skills and that fast-paced environment kind of sets you up for that transition from college student to working well in where everything is new, right? Mm-hmm. New people, new environment, all of those things. So I think I loved your third tip. Okay, so if I know what to do on posts now, and I'm starting to post, and my profile, I've got that in check, and it ties to my resume, but it doesn't match my resume. I want to go find a job or find the right person to connect to. So communication and networking is important. So how do I go about connecting with people on LinkedIn in a way that doesn't just seem like I'm a college student to making connections for the sake of making connections? How do I create something of value there?
LinkedIn allows you to have opportunities to connect as many people as possible. You don't want to spam the connect button to people that you don't know. And LinkedIn actually offers an option to add a personalized note to your new connection. So what I've done is not only do I connect to an employee from the company I want to work at or a recruiter that I met, I also add a personalized note in my connection, and it's very brief, just to showcase that I'm interested in what they're contributing and I'm interested in learning more about the company. And this can be brief. Now, the fear is that you might not get a response back. So what? You can move on and find other connections at that company because recruiters that value who you are will make the time to reach out and help you out.
May, that's amazing. I can't help but think that this is going to help so many people looking for internships, that first job, or even if you're early career and you're trying to figure out how to use LinkedIn to get to that second job or to that company that you actually wanted to work at. This is amazing, and these tips are coming straight from LinkedIn employee that was specifically sent to your university to help share these tips. So I love the value that this can bring to everybody that is willing to now go and do the work on their profile and start doing posts, and that's amazing. Mm-hmm. Before we go, what is the one last thing that you would want to share as kind of like the one-liner that sums us all up?
Yes. College students, remember that if you don't tell people who you are, how will they know?
That's amazing. May, thank you for coming on. Definitely going to have you back. You are fantastic.
Thank you.
Thank you. Have a great day.